Shakedown in Spokane. A suspected prostitute brings a client back to a local motel where she had a surprise waiting.
It sure does happen more than it's reported, and that's just merely the embarrassment of the crime.
The shower shocker the client didn't expect and how he escaped a dangerous setup.
You're asking for trouble.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Spokane police have arrested 2 people suspected of robbing a man who thought he was hiring a prostitute.
Daryl Gardner and Jennifer Rice were also booked on kidnapping charges for allegedly holding the man hostage in his Division Street motel room. And that's where KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey is live tonight. And Jeff, you were telling us that this type of hold happens quite often.
Yeah, Dave, it's one of the reasons why the Spokane Police Department still conducts its prostitution stings. Women who work the street are victimized by their lifestyle as well as their customers, but sometimes it's the Johns who end up getting hurt. Last Friday afternoon, a man named Luciano was trolling for prostitutes here near Spokane Division. Police say he reached a $120 agreement with a woman named Jennifer Rice, and that Luciano was directed to this Division Street motel where Rice unlocked the door on Unit 6. Once inside, Luciano was standing near the bathroom when a man later identified as Daryl Gardner ripped open the shower curtain and attacked the victim from behind. Police say Gardner pulled a gun on the victim and stole nearly $250 in cash.
It's my understanding they took some money and they assaulted him in the process. Fortunately for the victim, during that process, he was able to escape.
Luciano ran across the street and called 911 from the cell phone store. Corporal Tom Lee spotted Rice and Gardner rummaging through the victim's car and arrested them. Once in custody, the pair admitted they had rolled Luciano and had big plans for his bank account.
They wanted to take the victim to his ATM and order him to withdraw all his funds.
Police think Luciano may not be this couple's first victim and that crimes against prostitutes and their customers often go unreported.
People don't want to admit that they're victims of this. They don't want to admit that they're engaged in this kind of activity, but they truly are victims. And if they're victimized and they contact the police, we're certainly going to investigate it like we would any other crime.
Now, Luciano was cut on his hand during this robbery, and after police arrested Gardner, they found that missing $250, some of the bills smeared with the victim's blood. Reporting live in Spokane, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.